Hey guys, and welcome to the Landlord Tenant Show with Miss Rendy and Miss Keita. And don't forget the other stuff. So last week we took a break, but not really. Just real quick before we get into the topic. We went to this thing called the Blacktopia in Chicago. It was a quick turnaround because I had to make sure I got back. Otherwise, I would have spent the night if I had the time, but I didn't. But anyway, it was a networking event, and I think anybody who's into whatever business you're into, you should really kind of check it out. Like I said, it's in Chicago. It seems like it happens, what about? Quarterly. And the next event will be in Juneteenth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So check it out. It's in Chicago. But anyway, we're going to move to the topic. So today's topic is landlord tenant scams and what to do about it. What to look for rather. And we're going to start discussing that now. Mind you, excuse the sound. Mind you, I did look up an article because somebody had mentioned that as a subject or a topic that we talk about. And I guess we hadn't really thought about it. Had you thought about it? No? Anyway,
we talked about it, but not.
Well, we didn't talk about it in depth. So we decided to take on an individual suggestion, and we appreciate that person. Teeth. Thank you. Anyway, so I went on homes.com, and it talks about 4 things that you should look for. So one of them is I'll take your deposit like right now scam. So really what goes on is people who portray themselves as a landlord, they'll ask you for a deposit up front. If they're asking for that up front without you actually viewing the property.
Red flag.
Yes, very much a red flag. So you might want to say, can I view the property? Ask more questions. And then if they give you the address of the property, go look it up. Find out exactly who it belongs to, and then make sure that they're giving you the identification that they belong. Find out if the person is actually reputable. If they, actually have a business name, or is it under their specific name? Because like a lot of people, what they end up doing, they end up, using their, their properties as a means of renting, which I get. Also, let's see, if the rent is significantly lower, and I'm not gonna say significantly, but it's too good to be true, then that means it's not true. You might want to, like I said, take a deeper look, ask more questions. That would be the thing that I would do, is ask more questions. If you don't ask enough questions, if you don't even know what to ask, Google is your best friend. Can I say that again? Google is your best friend. And you should always go to Google. You can go to Google, DuckDuckGo. I even saw Firefox. I ain't seen that in so long. You can go to any one of them little internet services, Bing, whatever. You can look it up, because you know why? It's at your fingertips. Right? It's at your fingertips. So, anyway, we appreciate everybody that's on. Also, let's see.
Good evening to our viewers.
Yay! Hi!
Thank you for tuning in.
Appreciate it. Also, it says, I just want to steal your identity scam. Those are like the don't use Craigslist to find you a rental property. This what? Why you feeling like that? I'm trying to understand why she looking at me like that. Like I said, so foreign. Don't use Craigslist or Reddit. You use Craigslist?
I post some of my stuff on Craigslist. But again, I'm not afraid to get looked up or checked on or anything like that. Because unfortunately, a lot of people use Craigslist. So
because it's free.
Exactly. It's
free posting.
It's a good nest. It's a good nest.
Okay. Use Craigslist with caution.
There you go.
Much caution.
There you go.
Again, do your research. You can always go to the county that the house or the property is at, look up who owns it. I mean, it's too easy. The internet is at your fingertips. And if you don't own a computer, if you don't own internet of any kind,
Go to the
go to the
library.
library. Not library. Library. Make sure you put that BR with that. Brary. Okay? All right. Anyway. Wait a minute. I'm trying to get this out. I don't really own a house scam. So this is people who act like they don't really own it, but own it, I guess. I don't know. Apparently there have been people who are able to nab the home. They're like, well, I don't really own the house, but I'm able to rent it out. You want to be careful with that, because what I'm noticing now, I'm looking on line, and now people doing Airbnbs. Mm-hmm. And so they do these Airbnbs that I've noticed where, oh, you don't have to own the property, but you can rent it out. So it's like, am I sub renting? Is that what it's called? Mm-hmm. I'm not sure. But, well, you said, So I guess that's what it's called.
Subleasing.
So there you go, subleasing. There, you knew where I was going, because I don't do rentals. But anyway, but I'm finding that people are doing Airbnbs like that. So they're finding properties, and that's a huge thing that's going on now. Yeah, so be mindful and be careful of those people, because people are getting scammed all the time. Like, hey, if you want to rent this house out, then give me such and such amount of money. I mean, I really don't own it, but I can sublease it. I can give you the paperwork to say it, because I know ain't no telling how they going about that. Be skeptical. Be very, 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 very skeptical. Let me see. What's the last one? There's more though than this 4. Oh, the rent to own. Now, there are scammers who will scam you on this piece as well and say, oh, you can rent to own. And what they'll do when it comes to rent to own properties, or like a land contract, be mindful that people usually ask for a nice little down payment. We talking like maybe $10,000. That's in lieu of you at some point getting financed for a mortgage in order to own a home. Be mindful of those people as well, because do your research. Find out who owns the home. Please find out who owns the home. Make sure that they're abiding by the law. Make sure that they are, the contract says what it's supposed to say. And make sure, if you don't understand contract law, don't sign it. Find you a lawyer who's going to sit there and actually go through line by line with you and tell you what you need to know. Case in point, me and my husband, don't laugh. Me and my husband were looking for a house, and it was a guy, I ain't gonna say his name, but he owned the home or whatever, but he wanted to sell it and everything. But he had all these things like, I'm not gonna pay for this, I'm not gonna pay for that. So we took the contract to a lawyer before we signed anything. And the lawyer was like, if he's doing all of this, saying, hey, I'm not paying for this, I'm not doing that, you doing all the repairs, yada, 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 but not really calling it as is. He said, these are red flags. Don't sign the contract. So we took it back to him. We never got that house. It was a nice house, but we didn't know if there was any problems. He didn't want to pay for anything. And it was just like, so how you supposed to sell this home? He ended up selling it. I don't know for how much. But at that time, houses were going for a reasonable amount in the area that we were looking at. So we ended up moving around a corner from that house. That house is on a busy street. But either way, go to a lawyer if you're not sure if the contract that you're looking at is sound. You want to make sure that the contract is sound and tight. Make sure you're verifying all the information that is on there, and make sure that you're understanding who you're dealing with. It has to be 2 signatures on the contract, not just yours, theirs too. And if they're not willing to do that, then that contract is null and void. You have anything to add?
Well, I don't know. She was really going there, wasn't she?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Very informative.
Well, thank you so kindly, Randy. I thought I was doing a little something.
Yeah, you were doing very well.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, gold star for Keita.
Don't be so quick or anxious to sign a contract. As a property manager, I present two copies of the lease. A copy for me and a copy for the tenant. I'm not afraid for you to say, hey, don't be afraid to say, hey, can you send me a copy of that lease ahead of time so that I can take my time and read it? You want to read it because you get into the property and then it's like, oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know that either. Oh, I didn't know that either, because you fake reading. I see people do it all the time. They do the quick fake. If I could say, well, is Bill in there? You wouldn't even know if Bill was in there because you did not read it. And I know you didn't read it.
Who's Bill?
Exactly. Who is Bill? Like, Bill is the guy to come pick up your paper off the grass every Wednesday. If I put that in there, you wouldn't know that. You'd just be like, it's a guy in the backyard picking up the trash.
Who that man?
Yeah, who is he?
Who that man?
It's in your lease. So, a lot of people don't read the lease. They don't read contracts at all, Don't be so anxious to give somebody your money, okay? That's a red flag. Now, she talked about the landlord side. I'm going to talk about the tenant side because landlords need to be protected too, right? I'm just saying, a lot of you tenants are scammers.
Oh,
yeah.
She just called you scammers?
Yeah.
If it applies, don't.
I didn't say everybody.
If it applies.
A lot of people are scammers, whether it be a landlord or a tenant. I don't discriminate. Okay? Yeah.
That's true.
So, you have these tenants that have fake IDs, fake check stubs. Don't just take the check stubs. Oh, she make $1,900 a week. Doing what? Where? For how long? Because people can buy check stubs. Oh, I'm gonna need 4 of them. They said they need. Yeah, hello.
Wait a minute.
They said they need 4.
I guess I'm out the loop. I don't do that kind of stuff. So.
She's been suburbanized.
Did you just say I've been suburbanized?
Hey, I'm just saying. I rent properties in the hood a lot. The neighborhood. Anyways, fake check stubs. That's the number one red flag. Fake check stubs. Because you don't put Lisa in a property and Lisa don't have an income. Okay? So Lisa might have came up on that money to move in or use state funding, because the state help people or whatever. So you don't got a little grant to get into my house and now I'm never going to get another dime. And with the way Wayne County is acting down there, downtown Detroit, check it out before you put somebody into your house. Landlords, okay? Because it's going to take you 5 months or longer to get them out of your house. Okay? Yeah. That long. Thank you, Wayne County. They help it. Really, where's the justice? But anyways, getting in people's houses using fraud and DTE. Yeah. They do that too.
Well, I know people put, DTE in their children's
fraud.
name.
It's fraud.
Yeah,
because what happened is when you leave a bill, when that scammer leaves a bill and the next people try to move in and DTE put a block on the property, you have to send the documents of the last people living there. So I don't send Lakita, whoever, and they like, no, that's not the name either. Like, that's who was living in the house. No, wow. It's a Sean Stevenson that was living there. No, I don't have his documents. Or people come get on a lease, and we all know you have a significant other, okay? Whether it be his father, your boyfriend, multiple boyfriends, your cousin, your girlfriend, whoever, put them on a lease. Put them on a lease. Because I know you try not to put them on a lease just in case something happened. It's an easy exit, but it's not. Just to let you know, by law, if that person get mailed and come to that house, they live there. It's just like them having a lease. Because when the police come, if they just whip out a piece of mail and be like, I live here. See, I've been living here since March. And it's May. Guess what? You got to take them to court. So, yeah. Scammers. Tenants are scammers too. Lying about where you work, how long you work, how much you get paid. If they say, if you get an apartment for $1,000 a month, I'm gonna make this easy. And the landlord say, okay, well, you have to make 3 times the rent. You need $3,000 a month income.
Right.
Child support is not an income. Unemployment is not an income.
What if that's all I got?
It's not an income.
What about SSI?
That's an income.
But unemployment not?
Unemployment is temporary. You're not going to get that. If you move in with just unemployment, how do I know how many weeks you got left?
But
and if the weeks is over, you got to go. Now I don't put you in my house. I got to wrestle with you to get out.
But maybe that's all I'm getting right now.
Then go live in somebody's basement.
I don't want to go to nobody's basement.
Okay. Landlords, check the paperwork out. Make a phone call. If you can't do it, you can call Unit Ready Property Service. We will call and check it out for you for a fee.
Right, for a nominal fee.
A nominal fee, okay? But you would know who's in your home, okay? Because, no. I just can look at a check stub and be like, I hate to have to give people the face. You know.
Say not the face.
I hate. And then I have to laugh with it a little bit because I can't believe you. I'm like, no.
Do you throw it back at him?
No, I'd be very polite, like,
ma'am.
Nope, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to look at you and be like, and then I'm going to give you a chance to be like, what? And I'm
like, girl,
like,
for real. For real.
Now, I know for a fact they're not going to accept this.
That's the way they get with. They're
not going to accept this. They're not. Even if it's me. They're my people. Not going to accept this. But yeah, definitely check your county records to see if the person that you're talking to own the property. A lot of stuff is done online now. So it's very easy to get scammed. But if somebody is like asking for too much information before you did an application, like on apartment.com or Trulia or something like that, nah. Keep scrolling. Please and thank you. Keep scrolling because you get yourself and your family throughout.
Wow.
You know, because they done got the money and they done left. And you like, John Sampson rented me this house. And the owner is like, who is John Sampson? The people that own this house. No. The Joneses own this house. And they've been working on it and waiting on it. And you done moved in.
Wow.
So, check. And don't be afraid to ask these people for their documentation. Don't be afraid. Nope. Because once you get in there and you got to get throughout, you ain't going to be afraid to go off on them.
Right. So don't be afraid
that same energy to go on Wayne County, Macomb County, Oakland County, whatever county you live in, and check and see who is the owner. Because you just never know. You never know. You have to check and see who the owner is. And you need to read.
Please.
Ask to take the lease home. Ask to get the lease before the day to sign. So that you could probably bring it you know? Yeah. Yeah. Be mindful. Like, this is like life and death. Because
Right.
if I make you get out and be like, I don't know this lady, I never rented anything to her before. It happens all the time. It happens all the time.
And
Be careful.
and understand the terms that are used in those contracts, so you're clear as to what you're getting yourself into. A lot of times people don't understand the terms; they just gloss right by it. They don't take the time to look it up or anything. Again, Google is your bestest friend.
Yeah.
Utilize it as much as possible. It's too much information out there for you to be that lazy to not look it up. It's not that hard.
Yeah, you could be like Google.
Matter of fact, you can talk to it. Hey,
What
can
does-
you look that up for me?
What
You
does
know.
late payment mean?
Right. She said
shit.
late payment. Here we go.
Pay your rent.
Here we go. By paying the rent.
Pay your rent. And,
But-
you know,
But at least you'll understand the fees that involve. Because, some places will give you to the 5th to pay the rent. Some people may give you to the 3rd day to pay the rent. It all depends. But you at least the terms before the fees are incurred. And if you don't understand that of your contract, what are you really doing? I ain't gonna worry about it. You never know. Situations occur. You may need that grace period. You need to know that grace period so you'll have an understanding before they decide to evict you.
and be honest.
Yeah.
Be honest with yourself first.
You talking about accountability. What are we talking about?
Be honest with yourself first, because you know if you a scammer or not.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But
You know if you are a scammer or not.
But come on now.
Okay, they may have bad credit. Okay, if they have bad credit,
Uh-oh.
then before you call yourself, be honest. Be honest. Let that landlord know, hey, listen, is this a credit move? Because I have bad credit. My credit is jacked up, but I'm working on it. I have people come to me all the time like, oh, I'm a felon, I've been in jail, or my credit is bad. And you know what I tell them? Be honest with the landlord. Because the worst thing in the world for a landlord is for you to be all, yeah, I got my money. When people say that, that's a red flag. Because tenants, like I said, they scammers too. I got money. I got all my money. I'm ready. I got my money. I'm ready. I got my money right now. Slow down, Keisha. Slow down. Everybody that's renting should have their money.
Yeah.
Okay? So that don't turn me on, that you got your money. Because how many times you gonna have your money? Now that's a turn on. That you have your money all the time. Okay? Like, I need you to have your money through this whole lease on time. Then I'm like, yeah, she got her money, girl. She paid her rent again and again and again and again, But that don't turn nobody on. That make landlords nervous. It really makes them nervous. Because now you don't present it yourself one way. And then when they get the application, they like, oh, wow, she's been locked up 16 times. Am I about to put Freddy Krueger in this house?
Freddy, why it gotta be Freddy? Why can't it just
Are you
be
a serial killer?
It could be somebody with a DUI. I don't know.
That's even worse.
Okay, so
At least Freddy know he was out here killing people.
well, does it have to be that extreme though? That's all I'm saying.
Listen. We don't. What if they have right now as the employee? That's why what
I can't today.
what you would want to do is look up that company to make sure Ray right now is not on the other end.
Michigan.gov
Okay?
or whatever state you're in.
You want to look up that company. Because you're right, Cherie. You're right. People can easily be like, oh, Keita, I'm going to put your number down there. Now, when this number right here call, You need to be a little bit more professional and tell them I've been working here for 7 years.
With the fake W-2s.
Okay? I've been here 7 years, Makita. You know? Yeah. So you need to be like Healthcare Financial of America. And let Siri be like, I'm not finding that. Really? It's not on Northwestern Highway?
I'm not finding
that. Okay. Access denied.
Right.
Because now that's a red flag. Ma'am, this business is not even recognized by Siri or Google. What are we doing?
Right. What are we doing?
You can go on Lara.
That's on Michigan.gov.
Lara will tell you if that business is open, in good standing, or not.
Right.
You could just put the business in and it'd be like, not in good standing, or does not exist. Yep. So with the fake check stubs,
yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Just stop it. Just stay in your mama basement until you get it together. You know. Maybe you need to be in the basement. Yeah. Maybe you need to do a little soul searching in the basement. Get yourself together so you will never be in the basement again. Sometimes we have to go to the basement. I did it. I did the basement thing, like.
This is my limited space.
Yeah, this is my little area right here. Yes, I want you to read.
You know what, Miss T?
I want you to read.
You supposed
just
to
a little bit. Listen.
Because reading is fundamental.
Most leases are like, I don't know, 7 pages.
Yeah, take the time to do that.
Get
Peruse
that lease.
The document.
Yeah.
Peruse.
Yeah, instead of looking at the phone.
Right.
I think they got an app now that you can take a picture of the document
and it'll read it for you. Nah, you talking about listening. Now, here's one thing about listening. It's a skill that everyone has, but it's not always mastered. That's what I wanted to say. It's not always mastered. Listening is a skill that everybody got, but it's not always mastered. So master the listening. So you want them to read, but if you can't read, you need to listen. But if you don't listen, then what's the next option?
Ask Lakita. Call up here. What's the number?
Don't call me. So he was like, Lakita, you read the document.
Read your documents for you.
I do voiceovers. I don't do documents. Let's be clear. I'll read some books to churn, not to adults.
Yes.
To churn.
Please read. Please pay your rent. She hate when I say that.
You're back on that. Like, always pay your rent.
I'll never get off that because that's the most important thing in your life is your shelter. If nobody has never told you this before, your shelter is more important than your lashes, your hair, your nails, your car note. Because guess what? You want to live in the house, I promise you, not a car. I promise you don't want to live in your car.
But the car provides heat.
Does it? Not if you don't have gas.
Well, you got to pay for gas.
Oh, okay. So again, pay your rent.
Unless it's the summertime.
Now you're in there getting ate up. Put the windows down. Now you unsafe. Parking outside somebody's house.
Man.
You know, I'm not doing it. I'm not living in my car.
It turns out that hard. Get your RV. Just be a nomad and just get.
If you're not paying no rent, you definitely not buying no RV. Cause you gotta pay that too. I ain't seen one that you could just pull up and grab yet.
No.
Yeah, you gotta pay for that. Pay your rent. I mean, it's important.
The bottom line to all of this.
And I'm going to tell you something else. Charge these kids. Charge these children.
Or teach them responsibility.
Charge them. Because that's responsibility. Pay it. Okay? You could talk to them all day long. but they need to learn how to pay. I don't care if it's $200 a month, because once they cross that threshold, guess what? The landlord don't care who your child is. They have to pay. And if you don't teach them that, they'll be right back, ma'am. They'll be right back.
No.
They coming right back. They'll be right back like, yeah, I just paid them and they want me to pay again. Then DTE and everybody asking me to pay them. Like,
it's too much.
So if your children don't know that you have to do all of this, rent, mortgage, lights, gas, water, Wi-Fi. Yeah, Wi-Fi not free when you leave home, is it?
Cable.
Give them some type of bill. You want to play the game all day? You paying the Wi-Fi bill, buddy. That's your bill. And don't be mad if you looking like they looking at you like you the bad guy. What if you don't want their money? You want them out. How to get them out? Go to 36 District Court. If you live in Wayne County, and get them a 30-day notice. And take them to court.
Kind of cheering y'all got.
Sometimes it get like that. Yeah. Sometimes it get like that.
I couldn't do that to my babies.
Girl, see. That's Southfield talking.
Oh, did you just say that?
I went there. I did.
It's not Southfield talking, that's a mom.
Girl, get out of here. That child got to know what real life is.
I'm just saying.
They got to know what real life is.
And I get that. I'm not having a problem with that at all. I'm just, for me, I don't know. I'm not saying don't have to pay anything.
If you're not doing what you're supposed to do, you need to leave. This is a team effort.
True.
Everybody has to play their part.
I agree.
I don't need no bench warmers in my house, not unless you're a little guy. If you're a little guy, you still can't warm the bench. You got to take the trash out.
Oh, yeah.
You got to wash the dishes. Yeah. When they get to the point where they don't want to be part of the team, they got to go. You off the team. That's any team.
Right.
Not just at home.
True.
I run my home like a business. If you not part of the team, you not part of the dream.
Because teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. 36, yes. 36 District Court. You could get that child, young adult, out of your home. Mail it to the house. They gonna get it like, oh, I got mail. You want me gone? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if you don't leave, I'll see you in court. I'll take somebody to court. I'll sit on the same bench with you. Like, you know why we here. I've done it.
Like, hey, how you doing? Well, how you doing?
I've done it.
You already know.
You already know. You got to go, brother, sister, cousin, auntie. You got to go. If you're not part of the team, you're not part of the dream. Period. I'm not going to be frustrated and stressed out in my own home.
Oh, no, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not doing that at all.
Yeah, because when you don't have them, when they don't have any responsibility, when they able to get their check and just do whatever they want to do, I don't care if you don't need their money. Take it. If you want to be just old, mushy type mama, take their money and put it up. Don't let them know you putting it up. But when you ready for them to go, hey, I got your deposit for you.
Right here.
How much them people say? Oh, we got that. Because I've been taking $200 a month from you, putting it in this here savings account, just in case you was ready to go.
Right.
And now you can leave. And I'm going to help you. Right? I mean, that's what parenting is all about, right?
Right. It is.
It is. I mean, when my kids ready to go, I'm going to help them.
Of course.
It's time for you to leave.
Bye.
I'm picking up boxes for you. I have a young lady that's moving into a house, and she wanted to do a second walkthrough. And her parents came. She said her dad was coming, but the mama showed up too. And baby, when I tell you they checked everything on that house, I mean the doors, the door frames, do all the light fixtures work, all the bulbs, they checked it. I mean, I was like, Okay, and my exact words was, make sure you're making a documentation of all of this so that you could talk to the landlord, and get this taken care of before you move in. But we want to see our children succeed.
Of course.
We don't want you to be laying up on us all the time for the rest of your life.
I need you to be self-sufficient.
Excuse me, sir. I need to not have to run from the room to the bathroom. Yeah. I want to walk. I
know that's BAN.
Okay. I want to walk.
BAN.
Yeah.
Do you know what BAN stands for?
I want to walk. I don't need you sitting on my couch wearing that boy out.
No.
Wearing that boy down.
No.
I don't need your little dirty self in my refrigerator all the time.
No.
I need you to be self-sufficient. When people ask me how my children do, I want to be able to say they are doing great and on their own.
Exactly.
That part.
Because why? BAN.
Bye.
Yeah, I hope y'all know what BAN stands for.
I really do.
Me and you was
never part. I love you, but you gotta go. Yeah, especially if you're not like going to school or
if you're doing that.
Y'all got people living in the house that's just there like roaches. They just people under the stairs, just playing the game. they just playing the game and eating the food. They don't even want to help. They get their little check and won't even buy pizza on Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, can you at least do dinner? Can dinner be on you? You just got $900 from these people and you can't buy a pizza. I'd be excited. My son, 20. That boy bought pizza. He said, "Mommy, get you a little veggie pizza too. Gonna buy a pizza for everybody." I said, "Thank you.
There you go.
I appreciate you. Woo, thank you, son."
And
then I call him every now and then, and I say, "I need to hear that Cash App sound." That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that.
Cha-ching.
I want to hear that. So when I hear that Cash App sound, I'm proud of you because you care. Because you know that I'm in here paying lights, gas, water, all this whole crazy. Look,
right.
You want that light to come on? I need to hear that. Don't just get your check and just be like, I don't have to pay. Oh, really? Everybody got to pay. If you don't pay, you don't stay. You got to pay something, homage, you got to pay something.
Because you might end up on the street, BAN.
You might have to wash some dishes. I want to smell the dish soap when I come in. You need to sweep the floor. You need to wipe off the stove. It's just some different stuff going on.
We won't talk about the different
We're going to talk about it. We got a little time.
This
is the other stuff. This the other stuff. Because I talk to different people and they got squatters in their house. They children. Yeah. They squatters. They squatters. They don't do nothing. They're not productive. Don't nobody want to be at work productive all day and come home to a bunch of stinky feet, unproductive people in their house.
Nah.
Crumbs on the stove. Crumbs on the counter. I washed the dishes. Did you clean the kitchen? Clean the kitchen. Everything in there. Wipe off the refrigerator. Clean out the microwave. Clean off the microwave. Clean off the stove. Once a week, clean in the stove. Okay? You need to do stuff like that. Move stuff around. Sweep. Put the dry dishes up before you put more wet dishes in. Okay? Yeah. We have to talk about stuff like that. Because, I don't know, a lot of these parents done became mute. And we got to deal with it in society. Because you're not parenting at home. This your ignorant child out here acting crazy because they ain't been taught. So they had their first job, Burger King, and they got to wash some dishes. And they like, man, why they keep putting me on dishes?
That's the Lord telling you. You might want to learn how to do some dishes.
Sir, you didn't learn at home, but you're going to learn here.
Okay.
Go bust them subs.
Okay.
Wash, rinse, sanitize.
And make sure you don't leave no food in the corner.
No, don't.
Whatever.
Wash the whole
But
dish.
You know what? There are some parents that are afraid of their children. Now, I've seen that situation like, I don't want to say that because he going to act crazy. I don't want to say that because she going to do this. I will knock you out.
Mama said,
I will bust you at the kneecaps. I refuse to sit up here and be bossed by any child that I done bore. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I done had you, and you want to sit here and have the audacity to clown? I will knock you out into a couple of weeks, and you're gonna wake up and say, "What day is it?"
That come from childhood though, thinking everything funny, everything cute.
No,
he said such and such.
No, it's pop. Oh, I said that out loud.
He said what?
It's pop.
You better check him because he gonna be checking you. You know?
I will bust them.
Yeah, these kids.
Yeah, and I'm not saying beat your kid. Don't misunderstand.
Get your house in order. You have to have order. Beat nobody. Even in court. Court is like, get out of order. The judge gonna be like, hey, order in this courtroom.
And see, I'm one of the people, I figure, as a mom, I said sometimes you have to display a little schizo in order to get, some
That's
response.
Right. That's right. You have to give them responsibility.
So you have to. Come on now. What are we doing?
You have to. You don't want them out here being stupid. No. You know how many, I manage an apartment building, and so many young, the owner is like ready to stop renting to young people.
Wow.
Because.
Is that bad?
Girl, the way they leave these apartments, you'll be like, what? So you're not gonna buy no garbage bags. You just gonna dump everything on the floor. Everything, blunt stuff, blunt wrappers, cigarette cartons, cases, food. Just like, I mean, are you serious? Like,
you're making me itch.
I done had somebody apartment look like that. Talking about they seen a roach. You sure? That's it?
He said it should have been more than just that.
You sure? Oh, the new word is adulting. Is that really a word? Yeah.
I mean, but come on now.
Yeah. I'm telling you, like, they so nasty, they just live. They just live. People care more about what they look like on the outside than what the inside of their houses look like. I'm telling you, girl, look, I was in school. And this girl went to school with me. And when I tell you her hair stayed fly, Lakita, okay? I mean, she came to school and every day she was like, I mean, you would think, oh, girl got it going on, okay? All right.
Right.
She needed help moving a couch. So we went to go help her. Sometimes I can't help the way my face, I can't control it.
It's written on your face.
It's written. It's talking to you. So we go in and I'm like, I'm in shock. Like, dang, you let us in here?
Did you start clutching on your clothes?
I was like, you sure we gonna be able to pick that up? Cause now I'm like, my superpowers done went south. I'm like, I can't help but to keep looking around at everything. Cause it's just so much, You know that bologna that come with the red thing around it? It was up on the counter like that. It been on the counter. I don't know how long it take for a bologna piece to dry out and the red piece to just be halfway on it, And I was like, oh my, like how long that's been there?
I can't.
And dirty clothes was everywhere.
Wait a minute.
And you know how people have a landing. A lot of the bungalows have landings to go down into the basement, right?
Right. To be the side, right at the side door.
Girl, we was taking the couch through the side door. She said, let me get these bottles out of the way. I could tell at this point she was embarrassed because my face.
She wasn't embarrassed beforehand. I mean,
nope.
Look, wait a minute.
Because all of her friends probably live like that. You know what I mean? So, but we wasn't her friends like that. We was like, oh. Like, I ain't talking to you no more after this. After this, don't even look at me in school, okay? She took this mop that had 5 strings on it. Like 5. And she said, I'm going to just knock these bottles down the stairs. It's like she had like 52 Faygo 2-liter bottles on that landing. She just started knocking them down the stairs. Ford! Knocking them down the stairs. Ha 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 ha. We looking like. So, you know, my ex-husband looking at me like, I'm not helping her. And I'm like, we gotta help her. We talking to each other, you know, like, he like, I'm like, we gotta help her. He like, I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, girl, I don't think this couch is gonna get through here. You know, I don't think this gonna work. You should, this not gonna work. I'll see you later. Okay, I had to leave. It was so much stuff in that house that I almost had a panic attack. How nasty it was. Looking at all the dishes piled up and the bologna. That just did something to me. The bologna was just, all the life was gone. You know how wet bologna is? It's all, you know, it was gone. It was dehydrated on the countertop, you know. A cake, molded, just...
I can't.
I just could not, you know.
Sick.
And being the property manager, I see that too often. I see it a lot. Like, people are, I don't know. They live like this. Like, it's okay.
It's not okay.
Like, you actually walking around the house with no socks or shoes on. Like, I know you walking on crumbs. I would be freaking out.
It's a biohazard.
I'm like, this whole house need to be glove bagged. The whole house. Glove bag it. I'm going in like, oh no. Why I gotta get the house, you know? But these young folks, they leaving their parents' homes and they are living worse. I don't know if they leave and be like, ain't nobody never telling me to wash dishes again. Never. I ain't never washing dishes. Never just throwing stuff. I ain't never put this on the floor. I ain't never picking nothing up off the floor again. Yeah. It's terrible, but that's the other stuff. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to parent your children because...
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
a scam.
That's a scam.
That's a scam.
They scammers. The kids in your home is scammers. Don't feel sorry for them. People, I don't know. This new stuff, I don't know. That ain't fair. So you eat out of these dishes and it's not fair for you to clean them.
Buy paper products. If it's that deep,
Beat them. Beat them. Yeah, as soon as you beat them, you like, that's one thing I would go to jail for. I would go to jail for beating a kid. I would be like, yes, Your Honor. And when you let me out, I'm going to beat him again. So I advise you not to let me out. I'm beating his back end. Problem is, when you beat him, you better beat him good. So you ain't got to beat them again.
Because they obviously need to feel the pain in order to understand.
You got to beat them so they don't want that beating no more.
No.
You can't play with them.
No.
You know, it's like a bully at school. You can't be like, girl.
What?
You got to be like, girl, I'm finna go knock her head off. I'm finna make her feel it next week. She taking a whole week off school. She ain't coming back. She finna go get transferred. She going down the street to school after this butt whooping. Because after that, everybody know your name. Like, hey, girl. Oh, she crazy. And I am. And that's how your kids be, especially if you have more than one. You beat that good one, that one that know, you the corporate, okay? I'm going to get you good. And then all the rest of them be like, I don't want what she got.
Okay. They learn from experience by watching.
No, I saw what mama did to such and such.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I'm good. I'm going to go on and wash the dishes.
What you need me to do?
You need me to sweep? I'll sweep too. You want me to fluff your pillows in your room?
I'll dry your bath.
Yeah. You want candles? Yeah, because other than that, you know, they going to live in your house like a scavenger.
We don't need those.
Live in your house like a scavenger.
No, we don't need those.
Just in there, stinking. You know, you young men, y'all start stinking. You could tell they in the house like...
That's that man smell.
You got kids in here? Like, yeah, like, girl, everybody need a bath. Everybody. Them quick showers, no. Go get in the tub.
Don't just get the hot spots. Get the cracks and crevices.
Girl, I be like, bath time. I start the water like. Because boys.
That's another
That's
subject.
a whole nother. We're going to talk about that another
time, yeah.
Yeah. They just.
Yeah.
What my brother say his cousin told him, you need to wash up until you invisible.
That's some hella scrubbing. You talking about some exfoliating. You really exfoliating.
That was the funniest thing I ever heard. Like, you need to wash up until you invisible. Like, you don't even want to see yourself. You want to be like, ah! That's how clean you are. Yeah. And I'm telling you, he clean cut guy today. Clean cut, baby. I'm telling you.
He learned.
Yeah, he learned. He learned. You need that old school teaching. Like, get back in there. Yeah. Yeah. Like looking like a ghost. That's right. Looking like a ghost. What I say, invisible?
Yeah.
Hey.
Same thing. Same thing.
That was so funny. I was like, you need to look like a ghost when you come out of there. Like, boy, you better be see-through. You hear me? You better make sure you crystal clean. Okay? And that was real. That was a good teacher. Cause I'm telling you, that boy so crispy now. I'm telling you, one of them creases to cut you. Yep. One of them creases to cut you. They'll cut you. They'll cut you. You walk past them like, oh. Did you have to earn that loan?
Earn. Okay.
Girl, don't do that. See? Sarcasm.
It's welcome.
It's always welcome. Because this one right here, boy.
You have it too.
I do. But we want to thank you all.
There you go, girl. Yeah. Go ahead and end the show.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit back.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I can't end it like you.
No, go ahead.
I can't do it like you can. Go ahead.
So, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. And for those who haven't already, we thank you for watching the live show that's no longer live. I'm going to make sense with that. But anyway, we appreciate you. We hope to see you next week. We're live on Sundays, 6 o'clock-ish is what we always aiming for. It's something that changes. I'll attempt to let you know. But for the most part, yeah, I'm trying to get better at that. I'm working on it. But, like last week, I'm just saying. We didn't let nobody know. But we're live on Sundays. We appreciate you tuning in. We thank you for coming out. God bless you. Good night. And don't forget, if you have any suggestions, our number here is, what is it? 947 234 4633. Again, 947 234 4633. Thank you so kindly.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Bye. Better stop button. Where we stopping? Oh, woo. That it. There we go.